Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Dishonored 2, Blind. I will continue stumbling through, clumsily stumbling through, Kirin Jindosh's mansion. I'm not supposed to use this elevator, supposedly.
No one comes here.
Yeah, I don't think... Do I want to use more of those levers? Like, what's more conspicuous? Using the elevator or using one of the levers to reconfigure how the building looks? I guess I'll use... It's, you know, somewhere in the same ballpark, I think. So I will use the elevator and see what happens. Although an elevator, as I said once in Dishonored 1 already, is a prime spot for like a trap. But you know, it is a game. I can afford to... Guest area, private... It won't go to this, I don't think, and even if it will, it's not the wisest thing to do.
He didn't want his teeth broken out. Maybe he shouldn't have opened his mouth. What's that noise? In the elevator! Let's go! This won't take long. Take it out!
Such a shame. Again, there's no one
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just heard the elevator itself. Which, you know, it's totally reasonable. It's pretty loud. Oh. Okay, it didn't even save.
Jindosh guy even need us. No one comes here. Someone there? Show yourself. Nothing. Oh well. Never mind.
Okay, let me save.
I can't do anything
You might
for you.
think you're going to
You
elude
better
my
run.
clockworks, but you'll only end up
Why should I trust
adding
someone?
to my
Leave me
studies.
alone! Help! God! Someone!
Okay, and there's one more servant on the far side of the room. I'll just go and strangle him. Oh, wait. What? Maybe there are only two. But that's weird. I could have sworn there was three. Sokolov's needs. A note to the staff. As you know, we have a special guest in the assessment chamber, the infamous inventor Anton Sokolov. While the facility is not noted for creature comforts, I expect Sokolov's basic needs and bodily functions to be taken care of, so they do not become a nuisance to me. Mind my sensitivities. No whistling while clearing the windows. Okay, that's an extremely specific pet peeve to have. I'm kind of curious about this. There has to be a way out, right? If I jump in. Because otherwise it's just bad game design. If you have a bottomless pit that doesn't kill you, and yet locks you in place. Right. Yeah. Okay. This just goes back here. Okay, so let's go to this space then. Deactivate all magnetic or mechanical devices while in the assessment chamber is in use. Nothing must interfere with my delicate calibrations. Empress Delilah's secret. Today, risking my very life, I bring you the probing questions about our new Empress, Delilah Kaldwin, or depending on your political leanings, Delilah Copperson. Is it true that her mother was a kitchen maid employed in the Dunwall Tower? Even if so, it does not prove that she was Emperor Euron Kaldwin's daughter. If the Emperor did in half have a second secret daughter, making her true heir to the Kaldwin throne, why didn't he make the proper arrangements? Outside speculation, what else do we know about our Empress Delilah? What can Silver Spike tell you beyond marketplace gossip? We can date her past. From the time she claims to have grown up in Jessamine's shadow, we know when Delilah's most regarded paintings were bought and sold. But where was she between those earlier times and this year when she ascended to the throne in Dunwall? Such a long gap away is suspicious, is it not? No artwork sold, not even an address on record. No neighbors stepping forward with juicy tales from the long period before she arrived in Karnaca just 3 years ago. Therein lies a mystery worth cracking, dear readers. Her activities in the time before she was first seen with our Duke, Luca Abel.
From your step, I've worked out that you're a woman. Young and athletic. Intriguing. Ah, be careful. This was devised to test the limits of the Clockwork Soldiers. Quite dangerous.
Okay, I thought that was a civilian, but that's one of those elite guards in red.
From your step, I've worked out that you're a woman. Young and athletic. Intriguing. Be careful. This was devised to test the limits of the clockwork soldiers. Quite dangerous.
Laboratory this way. Okay, private chambers, you say. Also pretty interesting.
You're quite close now. I can't remember any other visitor getting so far. Do you feel pride? Anticipation?
Oracular Order divided. A representative from the Sisters of the Oracular Order in Serkonos paid a surprise visit this week to the officials at the Grand Palace, delivering a message that calls in doubt the Order's formerly held position on the illegitimacy of our new Empress, Emily Kaldwin. It seems that there is intense disagreement between the sects of this secretive organization. While not a full reversal, the visit to the Grand Palace prompted the following statement from Duke Luca Abel. It pleases me that the Sisters of the Oracular Order have come closer to endorsing our beloved Empress, Emily Kaldwin. Her recent and valiant coup is an attempt at restoring the just rule to the Empire, and I advise the Oracular Order and the ever-stubborn Abbey of the Everyman to immediately embrace Delilah as Empress, accepting her wisdom and authority. We thank the Oracular Sisters for delivering this vision, and we call for a day of celebration. Meanwhile, Vice Overseer Liam Byrne, speaking on behalf of the Abbey of the Everyman, advises restraint, saying that the latest missives from the Oracular Order are still being interpreted and debated. Okay. So I might have to use those reconfiguration levers, because from here, how do I even go further? Yeah, that doesn't look like glass I could break, reasonably speaking. Okay, let's use one of those and see what's going to happen. This just...
You were so close just a while ago, but now I wonder if you know where you're going. At this rate, you may never reach me.
Shut up, I'm just exploring. This brings the room from upstairs down, so that doesn't really help me that much. In fact, doesn't help me at all. But there are more of those levers, so... I assume this does the same thing. Yes. Okay, this just brings down the dining table, which isn't the most useful or impressive feature I've ever seen. Okay, I'll go up again, because there are more levers there. which I suppose maybe it brings the pylon down. Yeah, this just brings this room down, right?
Sequence of timing. The pleasure of things set into motion from the bright red birth of the cosmos to your last shuddering breath.
Not really. It just brings another dining table. And the painting.
You've encountered my arc pylon. The electrical discharge from my clockworks makes these obsolete, but I keep this one out of nostalgia for Sokolov's deep designs.
Yeah, I don't think there are more, like, there is this lever here which I've originally pressed to even open this path at all, and I don't think it's going to avail me anything if I switch it again.
In part, I made this place for luxury and spectacle, I suppose, but it's more than that. This place is a testament to engineering itself. I really hope you don't fall and die out there. It might be hard to clean up. The smell.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do last time. Basically get in between all of the levels. And dust storm coming. Okay, this isn't as interesting as I hoped it would be. Yeah, it just links with this. Okay, so it's actually not interesting at all.
You manipulate my house and yet you're still unknown to me. Extraordinary.
Okay, there's a vent up there, which is certainly important. Yeah, that didn't quite work. What? Okay, I have no idea why I was stuck, but the most important thing is I didn't
How did you
die.
manage to get into the workings of my work? Quite like a rat gnawing at the wires. If you're there, I have to warn you, that area's not safe. Not meant for human passage.
Sounds like the clockworks haven't caught an intruder yet.
Give him time. Between those things and the room transformations, there's no chance whoever it is will make it this far into the mansion. What I wouldn't give for a bottle of pear soda. Who's that?
Chance, I'm going to ask for a transfer to the Grand Palace. I should know. I deserve as much.
Okay, it didn't hear me.
Come on. Now's not the time for a nap. What? What the?
General protection state. Playback for combat protocols. Playback for unambiguous enemy. Know that your last moment, the last successful behold. Entering combat
Ready?
state.
This shouldn't take long. Wait for an opening.
Playback for unambiguous enemy. Your last combat playback for execution.
I didn't get the other guy.
If I ever get the chance, I'm going to ask for a transfer to the Grand Palace. Why shouldn't I? I deserve as much. Hello? Wake up! Holy shit!
Unauthorized presence. Entering combat state. Combat protocol 6. Know that your last moment, the last vision you behold, is a work of scintillating intent. The very pinnacle of invention. Be one of my clockwork soldiers. I'll have questions about that once I have you restrained.
Okay, I've been like I've raised the alarm or whatever, but I'll take this. It was never supposed to be a 100% stealthy attempt because I sucked rather thoroughly at this game. Okay, this is a dispenser for whale oil. This is the elevator. I guess they have rather limited hearing because this one is still disabled.
It seems you found my bedroom, though I confess that usually eludes me. My mind won't stop turning.
Duke Luca Abel.
Duke Luca Abel.
Well, that's what I just said. And 6543. Okay, that's just a measuring board. It's not a code of any kind. Inoperative. Okay, so this is clearly something, but I'm not yet sure what. Conditioning Sokolov. Sokolov is more resistant to the notion of collaborating than anticipated. He's a stubborn old goat, which could be his undoing unless I'm careful with the electroshock machine. My goal is to render Sokolov pliable, but still capable of assisting me in designing a new version of the Clockwork Soldier. At the moment, each clockwork costs a fortune, but I'm certain my old teacher and I can find a way to reduce...
What cruelty is this?
The cost.
With this machine, maybe you won't have to die after all, Jindosh.
Render unconscious, find the electroshock machine. So you're saying my option is to kill him? Or torture him via electroshock? It's actually not as simple as the game probably think it is for me, because I do consider torture to be morally unacceptable, like on a fundamental level. I would prefer to kill him than to torture him. I think it's less cruel. Well, especially if the game is implying that I'm supposed to brainwash him so that he's no longer my enemy. Like I'm supposed to use the electroshock machine to alter the way he views the world. Like that's worse than death. I'm destroying who he is as a person without killing his body. My efforts are to fine-tune the electroshock machine has been less than successful, breaking down the most bothersome elements of a subject's personality such as willpower, while leaving cognition and creativity unharmed, proven unrealistic. Instead, my machine leaves the subject babbling like a child, which is the opposite of what I need for Sokolov. Yeah, again, this is not... I think I'm just going to kill him. I object on principle to doing such a thing to him.
It's a long way down.
Maintenance key needed. Okay. Well, I'll leave this be for now. What would this do? Okay, it just closed off the terrace, which is not particularly useful. Oh great, I activated the... did I? Or was it just him babbling? I guess the Clockwork Soldier is still deactivated. Mostly moving things at random, but still having fun with it. A reflection on my journey to the Pandician continent. I read that already.
Aramis Stilton.
Mine Baron. Okay. I think that name has been mentioned before. Oh, that's Delilah.
Delilah Copperspoon.
On Bakers and Electroshock. My electroshock machine provides insights into the human mind, though admittedly the subject is damaged or destroyed in the process. The advancement of knowledge is usually worth the sacrifice, of course. Once, having tested it on a baker, I found I could obliterate the memories of his life, and thus his personality, while not impeding his ability to bake bread. I thought it odd at the time, but it's this exact effect I wish to reproduce in Sokolov. Sadly, I've never been able to reproduce it to my satisfaction. Sokolov, however, is no mere baker. If he refuses to aid me, it's doubtful that the machine could be used to weaken his willpower without also obliterating the knowledge and the capabilities that are so precious to me. Still, the thought of reducing Sokolov to a state of infantile stupor is satisfying. Serkonon Nightbirds with Owl. To be honest, I wanted to disable the arc pylon, but I can't seem to find wherever it connects with. Oh, I guess it has been hidden downstairs now. The entirety of this has changed. There is no. Oh no, it's a side room compared to where the pylon is. Clockwork Army timetable. Jindosh, I was pleased to hear that the Duke has you working on a much less costly version of your Clockwork Soldier. I saw firsthand what a handful of Clockwork Soldiers did in Dunwall. With many more units, we should be able to assert much more military power following the coup. What truly concerns me is the timetable. When will you be able to give us a date? We have ambitious plans, my friend, and we cannot accomplish them without our Grand Inventor. Sincerely, Major Neko Filados, first attachment to the Duke. Grand Serkonan
This
Guard.
could be the end of the Isles.
Okay, this was here already. I look upon the craftsman. I don't think I was in this corridor. And that's all of them together. Delilah, the Duke, no, the Duke is here, Jindosh himself, and... is that Month of Rain? Is that Hypatia? No. Oh, someone else.
I think you'll like what's coming next, stranger.
I read that before by Sokolov. Unfinished letter on legacy. Honestly, I bear no ill will towards Emily Kaldwin or her father, the royal protector. I have never given a single fig for any of those palace-born nobles in Dunwall, so how could I think ill of one empress or another? You would not be incorrect in suggesting that my motivations for assisting the Duke were at least twofold. I wanted to advance the causes of natural philosophy for the sake of the world itself, and to show those stodgy morons at the Academy the light they very nearly extinguished. Further, of course, I am no stranger to infamy, and in fact am fond of it, but there's more driving the engines of my desire. Dynasties rise and fall through the ages, through mundane catalysts such as famine, plague, or bankruptcy. Now, however, we live in a time that is being shaped by genius, just as Roseborough, Sokolov, Joplin, and Hypatia have set the wheels of history spinning with their contribution. So will Kirin Jindosh, and it is my goal to eclipse those who came before me. No matter how history books record the tale... okay, I have to pause for a second, be right back. And it is my goal to eclipse those who came before me. No matter how the history books record this tale regarding this turn in power, it must be stated that it was only possible through advances in industry and technological exploration. Power now rests in the hands of the brilliant, and the world will never be the same. So what he's saying is he basically did it for science.
At last, stranger, you found me. You realize you're only the second person to set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Clockwork soldiers, dispatch this intruder!
I wonder if the stun works in them. And also, where even are they?
Come out and end this trivial game of cat and mouse. I have important work to do.
Yeah, I think I'm going to just kill him. I don't particularly...
Come during exciting times. The Empress has fallen and our own Duke, Luca Abel, is a rising star in the Empire. Your breath caught just as I said Empress. Something disturbing about that?
I don't...
General detection state. Alright, enough of this. Come out and face me.
Where even is the Clockwork Soldier?
Playback for detection registered. The machine has completed another full instruction set. At this point, the clockwork is scouting. Back-facing detection. Okay. Enemy encountered.
Let me put some silver.
Playback for... Okay. Shut it down. The machine is over. Now at your last moment, the last vision you behold is a work of... Playback for well, if this plays, someone's been beaten by one of my machines.
I guess I will just go forward. As I said, I think killing him is actually the less cruel option than torturing him out of his mind.
Stranger, you found me. You realize you're only the second person to set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Clockwork soldiers, dispatch this intruder!
It's a very cool bridge.
Take this opportunity to backcharge second coil. Come out and end this trivial game of cat and mouse. I have important work to do. Experiencing uncertainty. Display back indicates some protection without certainty. Combat Protocol 6. Unauthorized presence. The machine is overheating. Shut down moment. Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear. Switching to alternative tactical mode. Clear visual active.
Okay, and there's at least one organic guard on the upper floor. Right?
Aha! I have you!
Oh no, that's literally him. I will just kill him. I don't want...
Kirin Jindosh.
Okay, I have to pause for a second, so be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, in truth, I feel much worse about the prospect of torturing him until he loses his mind than I do about killing him. I think the former is a lot more cruel, and it shows a lot more disdain for humanity. Because it would essentially take everything he values about his life, you know, his intellect, his ability to create all of those genius inventions, and just leave him as a I assume from what I've read, as something akin to a human vegetable, because he described how adults are, you know, adults connected to that machine are reduced to a state of babbling child, so you know, not even able to speak anymore. I'm just going to kill him.
Goodbye, Grand Inventor.
It's a pity it had to be this way, but I sincerely believe it's actually a better alternative for him. Light along the inverse curve. That's Sokolov himself, in fact. I tire of dealing with my old teacher. I'm confident that I don't need to simplify the design of the Clockwork Soldier, but without Sokolov, it could take years to reduce the cost of each clockwork to design a version that can be built with cheaper, more readily available materials, and assembled by Duke Abel's half-witted factory workers. The Duke will get his clockwork army. I'll make sure of that. The question is when. I'll keep experimenting with the electroshock machine, trying to get it just right, and if Sokolov can't be made to help me, I'll continue using the machine on him anyway, as entertainment. Note to Kirin Jindosh: it is my hope that the pale stars look upon you with favor and on your attempts to gain Sokolov's favor, but if that old goat will not bend to your will, I can offer alternative to merely keeping him locked in your assessment chamber and subjecting him to cruel electrotherapy. I started a new effigy cast in Sokolov's shape. Given time, I believe it might grant me some influence over your esteemed guest, Brianna. No, isn't Brianna like one of the most trusted witches in Delilah's coven? I think that name did come up already in the Brigamore Witches DLC. Okay, so it reconfigures the workshops that he uses so that he can have different workspaces. Oops. I wasn't planning on doing that, but it kind of works. Okay, this is the maintenance door. But still, there's quite a few bone charms left. Which I would like to take them before I leave, and also I need to rescue Sokolov. Okay, let's just go by here. Ah, it's like in between the floors, so I have to... So high and mighty Anton Sokolov won't deign to aid me in my efforts to make a new version of the Clockwork Soldier. Fine, I'll have another solution. My electroshock machine, long a side project of little practical use, will be just the thing. If I can find the right calibration, I should be able to damage those parts of Sokolov's mind related to independence and free will, leaving intact his vast knowledge, and hopefully an even more important quality the old man possesses, though it pains me to admit, his legendary creativity. Okay, I think this is Sokolov. So, am I supposed to stand on those pressure plates? They changed the setting, so I think the answer is yes. The bloody topology
Sokolov.
of Grim Alex. Note to Anton Sokolov. My dear Anton, I hope the sound of the clockwork soldier outside your cell doesn't disturb your rest. I find the solid footholds and footfalls and the gentle and electric hum to be soothing, but you may be of a different opinion. In fact, in your condition, the noise might be maddening, especially since the pressure plate for the exit to your cell is positioned tantalizingly within reach. But should you attempt to venture forth from the assessment chamber like some wrinkled grey-whiskered rat hunting through a labyrinth for a morsel of cheese, you will soon find your stoic guardian bearing down on you. You're an intelligent man, I'm sure. I'm sure I don't need to illustrate what those honed edges would do to your ancient and haggard body.
Emily Kaldwin, if you're here, things have gone further than I thought. But Kieran Jendosh?
Not a threat anymore.
You were an interesting little girl. You've become a fascinating woman.
Need to carry him out. But is it wise to do that while still hunting for the remaining bone charms and the like? I guess I will take him with me. Well, I killed us both. Okay, I didn't want to do that. No! Okay, didn't want to do that either. Well, I guess it kind of worked. Okay, I will take him with me, even though the search for the remaining bone charms might very well be dangerous.
I'll help you look around.
Oh, really?
What is...
I have lost a critical ally. So he's very fragile. I can't even like lay him down. So I guess I'm not going to get those bone charms because unless the game is going to allow me to go back after I put him in the carriage, but I somehow doubt it because, you know, that would require leaving him alone.
What is going on here? Stop! Come back here! What the... We need to find something! Anything! This time I'll get you! Damn you! Let me show you how I got my stripes. I've got just the thing for you.
Okay, Sokolov is still alive somehow. There's like a space in between rooms, so I have to, once this is reconfiguring, okay, will you survive if I let you down here? You will. Spiritual sacrifice. Killing bloodflies or rats restores mana. Okay, this is pretty awesome. Last words. To whoever might find this, are you trapped? I know only too well your situation. You see, these are my last words. I have found a spot away from the clutches of those things. But for what? I have no food, no water, and now I grow weak. If there was a chance to escape, then I have missed it. Even writing this note saps any strength I have left. I thought I could beat this contraption, this terrible house, this thing that Jindosh has built, but it has beaten me. If only I had thought to bring water, or a morsel of bread. And so I say goodbye to you, my reckless friend. Perhaps you too will die here. I'm sorry for that. If I become a ghost, then I will try to help you. Otherwise, fare thee well. Stanislav Shepard. A juggler, musician, thief, braggart, and surely a fool. Oh, okay. I thought it was a different room.
You ready? Come back here! You won't get away! You aren't doing what you got! Later! No use running! Hold still!
Okay. Okay, this is where the pylon is. Okay, to be honest, at this point, I think I can rewire it, because I don't think there are any guards left that it could kill. Oh great. Sokolov is dead. I'll just leave it where it is then. Wait, it was here the entire time? I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. Falling star. Drop assassination recovers some mana. Yeah, but I'm not doing much of that. Do I still have Sokolov? I do. Okay, so there's one bone charm left. Sorry. Okay, great. This is exactly where I want it to be. Expansive spirit. Maximum mana is increased. Pretty swell. Okay, so I'm ready to leave. And in fact, I can do it most comfortably from here. Overall, that was a pretty swell level, and I appreciate especially how certain things were hidden in between the various configurations. So yeah, I think I'm ready to just leave.
You did it. How is he?
He's frail and wounded, but he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
Okay, go to the dreadful whale. Yeah, I've been detected 42 times and killed one person, which is Kirin Jindosh himself. I found all of the paintings, not all of the blueprints though, and missed quite a lot of coin. I'm especially, you know, a bit salty about the blueprints, but it is what it is. Killed the leader of the Howlers once. I didn't kill him. I knocked him out and then he disappeared. Looted Aventa station, robbed the ticket booth of the Aventa carriage station. Okay, but this episode has been long enough, so that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!